Ugly dog, huh? How y'all doing? I was sitting here being bored. Because, you know, it's just so glamorous to file jig heads. There's just so much enjoyment in it. Yeah, hopefully you're doing a lot better, ugly dog. Tabarka? I probably butchered that name. I'm sorry, but welcome in. Morning, Tim. Or yeah, it's still morning. I've been up for a minute. I've been up since 3:30. Been trying to get caught up. Just filing heads is what I'm doing right now. Figured we'd see who come up here and hip replacement in 16 days. You're ready. Well, hopefully it will help. Usually when people I know that have had a hip replacement, they usually do pretty good once they get it done and get through the recovery time and the therapy. Biggest thing is, I think, is doing the therapy that they tell you to do, even if you only go a few times like I usually do, and then you go home and finish it yourself because it's just stupid to drive there and do the same thing every time. I mean, if they got specialized equipment, that's different, but so what I'm doing is I'm filing the stuff off the head so it's a round, smooth head, because when you start, it'll have a chunk on there. You see that chunk right there? And this is a new mold that I got. These are, hopefully y'all can hear me fine. These molds that I got are for, they have a wire bait keeper on them. And they're for plastics. And you know me, I don't really use plastics, but sometimes you got to get some Bobby Garlands thrown in there, or somebody make some custom stuff, throw it in there. Meeson, however you say that. Welcome in. Terry B, good morning. Let's see, that's got that little wire bait keeper right there. These are a pain in the butt to do because you got to put that little wire. I put the little wire in there in the mold first, and then I set the hook in there. Curry 4900. Howdy, howdy. But yeah, it's going to probably just be boring. I just figured I'd give somebody some place to hang out and maybe get some new people in here. Check out the channel. Carlos, welcome in. Yeah, we can get enough people in here. I'll show y'all around my workshop here. We're just, like I said, we're filing heads. I think I need to get some more light. You know, this gray hair of mine getting me to where I can't see very well. So, but I'm just using a little file, and every once in a while she'll get clogged up pretty good. It's going to sound counterintuitive, but just stick it in your lead pot and it'll grab all that lead and pull it back off there. Hey, Thump. Nathaniel. Stewart. Yeah, a nice crappie at the lake yesterday. What was it? Lake Afton? Yep. Yeah, that was a nice crappie. That thing was 14 inches. We didn't measure it, but you know when you got a. I mean, I catch enough 14-inch crappie. I know when they are. So, and but when that's all we caught there. That was all I caught all day long. Rex caught a white perch, and then that was it. That's all we caught while we were there. Then we went over to the lease, and we didn't catch nothing because we thought, well, maybe we'd go over to the lease and see. You get a nice clean head that way. We thought we'd go over to the lease. See, look, there's Gregory right there. Say hi, Gregory. Letting the dogs in. But we went over to the lease and we tried there, and it just wasn't nothing happening. Then yesterday we went out to our farm pond, and I just slayed a bunch of bluegill at our farm pond. But Gregory caught a couple crappie. So, how many crappie did you catch, Gregory? 2. Was one of them nice? Yeah. One was about 12 inches. Yeah. But yeah, we got a Gregory Catfish Dog said, "I'll see you." See, look, eyeballs. See, eyeballs. Struggler, howdy. Ah, now my phone won't set back the way I had it. There it goes. He's letting the dogs in is what Gregory is doing. But yeah, today's kind of a little cooler day. It's kind of nasty. But I needed to get these done. These are for a friend. So he tournament fishes. And he said he needed some for... So what I got... That's the pile that I got clean. That's the pile I still got to clean. And those are the 16ths that I got made for him. There's 20 in each bag there. And then, I mean, the 8s. And then I got to finish the 16ths. So I got the lead pot heating up. So that's what's going on right here at this present moment. Anthony E. Howdy. Man, I just can't get my phone to set back like it. I need to get a mount for my phone. My new phone's too big. Now we're cooking. Sit up straight, darn you. 10 minutes of fiddling with your phone, Dave. All right, I think it'll... Now Rosie wants out. She's ringing the bells. Stay there. I know what I'm going to do. Put a box of hooks behind you in a minute. Rosie, stay then. There you go. See? Now it'll probably fall over forward. Still looks crooked. The biggest thing is when you file a jig head, you know, follow that curve of that jig. And if you get a little high spot, you can work it. But when you work it like this. And then I go back to doing that to smooth it out. Get the line out the back. And that's it. But yeah, oh hey, you guys want to see something? I gotta show you something. Me and Tim, you'll like this. I know you will. Gregory's probably told everybody that we got a bait tank. So y'all want to see Gregory's bait tank? What size are those jig heads? These jig heads are quarters. Them's quarters. That's a bit. See, look how big that is to my fingernail. Them's biggins. And they're on a 1 hook. So, come on, David. Get over there. All right. So there's Gregory's bait tank. There's, I don't know how many minnows in there, but there's a lot of minnows in there still. I mean, you get a quick count on them. There's still 4 dozen or so in there. But you can even, and what we feed them is we just feed them flakes. So that's what we do. Yeah, we've already used 4 dozen minutes out of the thing. And when we bought the minutes, I just said I want 4 dozen minutes. So we've already used 4 dozen minutes, and that's still what's left. So I don't know, make y'all sick going in circles. But I mean, there ain't nothing really going on today. It's just quiet. So I could be doing some welding and making some rod holders, but I don't have no more bent. And in order to bend some, I gotta move the Rambler. But right now, priority is working at the jig booth. So my jig table, my bench, whatever you want to call it, my little cubby hole right here. Because that's all I do is this is what this is this is a 1978 Chevy pickup truck bed. Yeah, I have PayPal. It's double hook angling is my PayPal. But as you can see, look here, I'll move this old. This is one of the tubes that I got me a FOA rod in. See this? So if you don't go no Freddy, go check out FOA Customs and Gear. But see, you can see it's a pickup bed, and the tailgate actually works if it didn't have 60 pounds of lead on it. So I mean, you can see it's a mess. There you go. Now you can see it's a mess. But usually I have the TV on and stuff like that. But yeah, my PayPal is double hook angling. DOUBLEHOOKANGLING. But you don't have to send nothing. I still got 30 sticks of rod, which are 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I still got 3 bundles down there. I still have 30 sticks of rod, so I can still make 60 rod holders. I just haven't made any last few days. I've been busy. Well, there goes Rosie. Hi, Rosie. What are you doing, Rosie? See, this is what Rosie, all she wants to do. She wants to come out. There's one down in the bucket if you look. There you go. That's probably a mistake letting her eat the dead ones. But she likes them. Hey, you two be nice. But she'll bump the glass. So trying to chase them, they get close enough to the glass, she'll bump the glass. I think it's funny. She's not going to hurt that glass. She'll hurt her nose before she breaks that glass, I'm sure. She got a pretty soft nose. Yeah, she's a nice baby. She's a pretty girl. She got really long legs. We tell her she's a supermodel. She's 26 inches or 27 inches, 26, 27 inches. We can't really tell at her shoulders. So she's a tall dog. She weighs 80 something pounds. Last time we got her weighed, she was like 81, 82 pounds. I'd just say she's an 80-pound Doberman. With her one good potty session outside, she'll lose a pound. I know it's kind of boring though, just me sitting here doing this, but I gotta get it done. I was bored. At least I figured I'd have some people to talk to. We used to ride my cousin's Dobie around the house like horses. Yeah, when we were kids, mom and dad, well, my dad's best friend, we called him Uncle Rick, and he had St. Bernards, and we'd ride them. But my dad and mom had Dobermans, so hence we had Dobermans when I was a kid. Problem was these Dobermans our male Doberman. He had a certain purpose. He was kind of mean. He did not like us kids very well. I mean, he wouldn't snap at us or nothing like that unless we just, unless we got on his bad side. But we learned real quick, in other words, don't go pinch his tail when he's trying to eat and crap like that, or grab his tail and try to pull him and stuff. Now, I raised Rosie to where you can do anything you want to her. You can pull her tail, you can, do all that. She might put her mouth on you, but she don't bite down. Dobermans have a habit of wanting to put put you in their mouth and carry you around or try to drag you around. It's just a suckle thing. That's a Doberman trait. I know there's other dogs that do it, but I think Dobermans do it more than others. But yeah, we had a blue Doberman that was a male, and we had a red Doberman that was a female, and Dad bred and sold them. With those litters, they threw off a lot of reds. Every once in a while, you get blue in there. And almost every litter had a blue, which back then blues were real expensive. But those were also American Dobermans. They were the smaller. Like the male, he was like 75 pounds, maybe 80. But the female, she was only like 60. And Rosie's a European Doberman. If I would have paid for the papers and stuff, I mean, it was my son and his girls. At that time, they were just dating. But it was it was her, out of her litter, and I didn't pay. She was selling the pups for a good price, and I didn't pay that. So I don't even remember what I ended up paying for Rosie. But it wasn't a lot. I did a bunch of side work for that for them, fixing their chain, like putting a suspension on the Toyota and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't like their tails. I think their tails need to be done. It's beneficial to them to have their tails done, because if Dobermans have such an extensive nervous system in their tail that if they damage their tail as an adult, it causes a lot of like neurological problems in the back area. At least that's what we were told and led to believe by doctors over the years, vets. So docking the tail, I see that perfectly okay. Now, the ears I'm not in favor of, and actually some countries in Europe have banned docking the ears or cropping the ears. I guess it's cropping the ears. But I don't know, is it cropping or docking? Anyways, it don't matter. Cutting the ears, I'm not in favor of that. They look, now if you're wanting a guard dog and something that looks vicious, then go for it. You do what you want. It's your property, because a dog is property. I mean, I think it's my child, but dogs are property. So if you want to crop its ears, go ahead, but I don't see the need in it. It actually causes infections and stuff to have the open ears, but at least there again, that's what the vet told us. But yeah, I figured I'd come up here for a little while. I know I'm boring. Y'all probably rather see fishing. Only got 40 left. Got the heater on, which it just kicked on. You like catching up with friends? Yeah, I like watching you fish off that little bridge thing. So I wish we had something like that around here. Hi, Nate. Yeah, me and Gregory, our little dock out of our pond, me and Gregory was talking about building that thing going all the way across, because where it's at, it's only like 6, maybe 7 feet deep out in the middle. So you could use 12-foot posts and get a couple, get probably 6 12-foot that are at least 6 inches in diameter. You just go get some hedge poles. That's probably what I would do, or You can just go buy some 6x6 posts treated, and then we'd drive those in as we go across, build a little at a time like we did the dock. It'd be pretty cool, have it where we can walk all the way across the pond, or in my case, wheel. There, see, there's a bad one right there. See how that's got a big old chunk on it? But on one like that, you can go like this, and you can really work it down fast. The problem is you get kind of clogged up when you go. It puts heat in it when you file it that quick. I need to get another light above me so I can get see the ridges a little better. As long as you ensure you get those little ridges, usually it does good. Fishing with Steve. Hey, just checking in from PA. I thought I would subscribe, but I wasn't, so I just did. Happy holidays. Well, Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays. Appreciate that. Yeah, today we're just messing around in the shop, doing a little jigging, jig pouring, jig cleaning, jig painting. Getting rid of the lines and ridges on my jigs. Like I said, I know we kind of boring today, but I'm going to try to go live a little bit more often, even if it's just working in the shop, or you get to catch up with people. And I haven't been online so long since I did have a heart attack back in the spring, and I've been doing a lot of recovery work, trying to get my health right and that kind of thing. Do you have those jigs, half ouncers? The biggest that does is right there. The biggest I do in that's a 5/16. Get the right way there. So it's a 5/16. So not even quite a 3/8. But I'm sure they probably get a mold bigger than, get them bigger than that. This mold, see, this the problem is with this mold, you got one at each size. So if like these, I needed 100 of each 3 sizes. So that means I had to put in one at a time, close it, pour it, drop it. Put it in there, close it, pour it, drop it. Do that 300 times. Well, I only done those. I got another 100 to go. That lead pot is getting hot. I bring my lead pots up slow. It seems like they live longer if I do that. So I'll put it on 3, bring it up. As soon as it stops binging and popping and making its little noises and stuff, and stays that way for a minute, which means that all that lead's up to that temp, in my opinion. Then I'll turn it up to 4. And these pots, these are Lee pots. So the Lee pots, they heat up so well, and the elements in them are good enough. I usually don't have to take my lead above 4 or 5. If I do, that starts wicking between the do-it molds. Because the do-it molds, they don't squeeze so tight. Yeah, I'll tie all size jigs. I got molds that, see, these in particular jigs, Thump, these are for plastic. So it's got that wire bait keeper on there. So that mold itself, that's all I got. But, hey, Jody, you're welcome, girl. That was from Naomi anyways. But, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, I paid for the postage, so I guess it was from me, too. Merry Christmas, Mom and Son. Merry Christmas. Yeah, but I do got other jigs, Thump. I mean, I got big jigs. So let me find. So if you're just talking like regular jigs, see, there's a half ouncer. So actually, I think that's a 3/4. I'd have to look. Yeah, that's a 3/4. So there's a 3/4 ounce. I've got some that are like, I think I have some 1 ounces, but they're, I mean, you run big hooks with those, like 2/0 and stuff. And then I could tie jigs on them. That'd be some big jigs. So like I've been doing the giveaways all month on the Friday show. So y'all don't want to miss Friday's show this week. I'm going to do another the end of the year, giveaway. We did our Christmas giveaway this last Friday. Well, Lance, Juan, he won. Trying to think what he won. Oh, he just won jigs, and then he wanted big jigs. I'm sitting here trying to concentrate on this. So Lance, he won big jigs on my show, and so he was like, "Hey, dude, can you?" Or he won jigs. He's like, "Hey, dude, can you make big jigs?" And I said, "Yeah." So I made him some big jigs. I could have made bigger, but at the time, that's what I had. I had some of them smaller ones. I had to pour a couple, but I mean, I had the pot going, so. But yeah, we did some good fishing this week. Yesterday was the best day out at the pond with the bluegill. I caught like 40 bluegill, so that was fun. And then setting up the bait tank. So I don't know if you saw earlier, Jody. Here's our bait tank that we got set up. This is for everybody that didn't see it a while ago. That thing's 4 foot long. There you go. Didn't have it in the right angle. So that fish tank is 4 foot long, 2 foot high. So you can see my hand. That thing's huge. I guess there's about 4 dozen minnows in there right now. If they can slow down enough, you can kind of group count. There may be 5 dozen in there. But that's Gregory's minnows. Even though I've been using them mostly. I didn't know my beard's all like ferdazzled. I don't know what's going on with that. It's the downward angle. I had my coat on earlier, so it's all my coat messed it up. And look at my hair's a mess. It's dry in my house. I'll tell you what, I've had some poofy hair days lately, man. If I put it in a ponytail now, it just looks like a big poof ball in the back. It looks stupid. I'm not saying it don't look dumb now, but it like goes where it wants. I have curly hair. See, it won't lay down. Yeah, another 6 months, it'll be long enough. By the time summer gets here, I'll just put it in a ponytail. Right now, it's keeping my neck warm when we go fishing. Hey, Rod. This ain't no fishing show. Yeah, I know. This is a cleaning heads show. I'm just trying to file these heads up so I can color them. Oh, fashion show. See, I even read that wrong. It said, yeah, see, I'm trying to read the screen, and if I really want to read it right, I gotta get it like that. I see it now. Thanks for the correction. Well, I'm wrong. I admit I'm wrong. Yeah, not too long ago I was on somebody's live, and they was talking about the top dork in charge about how he pardoned his son, and they're like, you do the same thing, Dave. And I was going to say something, but I kept to myself. And I was going to say, y'all don't know me very well, because I would turn in my children. I'd turn in my wife. I wouldn't turn them in. I'd make them go turn themselves in. I'd be like, you done something screwed up. You broke the law. You violated somebody's rights. You know, go. You know, if not, don't come over my house no more. I've done that with my friends. My buddy Mikey, he had a warrant out for my arrest, or for my arrest. He had a warrant out for his arrest, and myself made him go in. I told him, you got a warrant out for your arrest? He's like, yeah. I was like, what for? He's like, because I didn't take care of some stuff. I was like, why didn't you take care of it? He's like, because I just didn't feel like going. I was like, that ain't no excuse, dude. Get in the dang truck. He's like, what for? I was like, because I'm taking you up there and you're going to turn yourself in. I was like, go to jail, take care of your time, do what you got to do, so you ain't got this hanging over your head and not looking behind your shoulder. And you know what? He got in the truck, and I took him up to the police station. I said, there you go. Get out and go inside and do what you got to do. He went inside. He said he was there to turn himself in. You know what they did? They said, pay a $300 fine and you're done. He come back out. He called back out to the truck and said that if I pay this fine, they'll let me go. And I says, well, tell him you'll pay the fine. I gave him the money, paid the fine. He got to go home. It was that simple. I don't care what it is, even if you got to go to jail. Dude, I'm not that way. I would. I'm an a-hole. You do something wrong, you go fess up to it. That's the best. That's what I taught my kids. But I taught my kids out on the farm, you know, things happen. Stuff's a mistake sometimes. Sometimes you do the wrong thing, you know. I mean, Timmy got in trouble with the cops one time for drinking underage. I was like, yeah. What do you want me to do about it? He's like, can you come and get me? I went and got him. And they were like, he did this and this and this. And I was like, yeah, you going to charge him? Charge him. I was like, I'm not going to talk you out of it. I was like, he'll have to face his punishment. Like everybody, that's what they do. You just go face your punishment. Some people find me fault for that, but I mean, I'm not a narc, but I will make you go turn yourself in if I find out you got a warrant or something. If not, you're not coming over my house no more. Plain and simple. Hey, all things. How you doing, bud? Watching you doing some fishing this week, or watching a couple of your shorts anyways. Yeah, I'm probably pretty boring right now, though. Sitting here just pouring jig. But you know what? Y'all are here. I appreciate it. Y'all are watching me do something very boring and tedious. It's not tedious because it's hard. It's just tedious because it's annoying. I am not a fan of cleaning heads, but once you get a routine, you get a routine. Because even if you watch, I'll hold the hook the same way every time. Just like this, and pinch the curve like that, so that holds it more stable. And I'll hit it. Oh, I guess you can't see me hitting it. I'll hit it and go that way and get all the ridges off that I can see. Then I'll flip it around and I'll hold it like that. You keep that hook pinched between your thumb and that finger to help keep it stable. But everybody thinks, oh, that's expensive for a jig. Well, when you realize that some people go through the effort of completely making them look the best that they possibly can, you're going to pay the money. Doing well, brother. Have ice. We've got ice. Snow overnight. Wow! Foot of snow. You drank all the milk and put the empty container back in the fridge. You got some lead in your eye. All right. Well, quit looking so hard. uh, Yeah, I'm gonna paint these in a minute. We'll see how loud it gets then. See if y'all can handle that, the noise of the heat gun. I mean, worst case scenario, just shut it off because y'all get annoyed from listening to it. Or you turn your volume down on the phone and read comments and don't listen to it. I only got 7 left, 6 left, 7. I've done that just about that whole pile while we're sitting here talking. So it made it go faster because I'd still feel like I'd be, I mean, when you're visiting on, even online, it's like time goes by quicker. And like I said, I was bored. Sitting here cleaning jig heads is not the funnest thing in the world. Did you write Merry Christmas on it, Johnny? Now that would be what would even been funnier if you just left one sheet. Here, wipe with this. Now, in my bathroom, the whole package of toilet paper is within reach from setting on the commode. So, I mean, like the whole, you can grab, right now, you can go in there and grab at least 6 rolls. Hopefully you don't need that many. I'll have to call a plumber. Got a little bit of a ridge. Hey, that lead pot's finally liquid now. Blame the dogs. See what we can leave. We can leave food on the counter and leave the house and come back and it's still there. We can. The only thing that ever disappears is if Naomi leaves her coffee on the end table, the dogs will go and I want a new ice rod. Unboxing day. That's on the store. Yeah, my dogs don't get up there. They know better. I got them when they was puppies. But yeah, they'll drink Naomi's coffee. She puts all that junk in there, that protein. She don't put, like, I guess I shouldn't say junk. She buys the protein shakes and the chocolate and the, ones like that. But they're protein shakes, so they're supposed to be healthy for you, even though they still got sugars in them. Better than creamer. Creamer, that stuff will kill you. Alright, that was the last one. So now comes the fun part. Color. Color. Make some noise. Make some noise. We're going to use those 2 colors, black and orange, white and pink, and then Sharpies. Might as well just start off with a hard one, black. Black and white. Like, I think white is the hardest. I don't know how loud that is. It's too loud for y'all or not. Jig head. Now you're gonna see my technique. Don't pay too much attention. Put a little heat on there. I do not use a flow thingy. See? Good head. And by the way, no paint in the eye. But also down here, on my side, is a little rack on Grandma's stool. That's Naomi's grandma's stool that she had for getting around and stuff back in the day. And that's one of Naomi's old bacon racks. So, and then an old cookie sheet that I stole out of the kitchen. Now I did buy her new ones to replace it. So I wasn't too mean. I got her new ones. When they start to get brown around the edges like that, those pans where the grease gets cooked on them, then Naomi doesn't really like it too much. But she worked in the food industry. She worked at a Casey's cooking pizzas and donuts and all that. She did that for 12 or 14 years. I can't remember. I remember times where she had to be at work at 2 o'clock in the morning to start making donuts. See, I don't get my lead that hot. Because I don't want my paint super thick. Because it'll drippy head in the oven. So, instead of having drippy heads, I just do this way. Get enough heat on it that it'll hold some powder. Swish it in your powder, knock off the excess. Come back and hit it. And here's the thing is, if it doesn't shine out completely like that, or if you can see some lead through it, just let it cool off. Then hit it again and re-dip and you get it. But if you put too much powder on there, it'll become a conehead. That was a good movie too, Coneheads. It tells you what we like to watch. We like a lot of the old Chevy Chase, Bill Murray. You know, one of Naomi's favorite movies is Three Amigos. Then she likes, Ghostbusters and stuff like that. We don't watch scary movies. For one thing, scary movies really scare Gregory. So, he'll have nightmares and all that kind of stuff. So, we're not too much on scary movies. He don't even really care much for some of the, A Quiet Place and stuff like that. Yeah, no, he's good with where aliens or something coming out to get you. No, he don't want none of that neither. I just about knocked that powder off in my lap. I don't know if y'all seen that rock. See, I can tell right now I didn't get very much on that. So, let's go like this. If you're careful, you just get a little, there it goes. See, you got a little bit more on there. I don't watch scary movies either. Yeah, see, Jody, fishing by yourself at night, sometimes, yeah, that would probably be pretty hard if you watched scary movies and you went out and did that. See, my biggest fear is about fishing at night or something like that would be boat sinking or, coming across something not good. That one side's a little bit wonder if I get the flow heated up a little bit more. Sometimes if you just put more heat to it, so that's a little bit better. Pond Hopper TV. Hey Rex, good morning. I was just working in the shop, Rex, so I figured I was bored out of my mind. So I figured I would get everybody a look-see of me pouring jigs. But I haven't got to that point. Oh, dang it, I just ruined that one. I put it, oh, I got a hair on it. They put that hair in there. I got this new mold. So, Rex, I got this new mold, and it puts, I don't know if you, there you go. See, it puts a bait keeper. See that little wire bait keeper? A bait keeper, but these are quarters. And then I got some, it's like, here's some 8s. Here's some 1/8 that I already got done up. And then here's some 1/16. And then the mold itself, just so you see here, the mold itself has got, the smallest is 1/32, then 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4, and 5/16. So I just got to make one at a time when I'm pouring them, which really is not a good deal, and it's kind of a pain in the you know what. But it's not, I mean, it's not that bad. It just takes a minute. It would be better to have a production mold where you can set all your pins and then set all your hooks. But yesterday, oh, hey, Rex, yesterday, me and Gregory went out to the farm pond after, you know, doing some chores. And guess what? I caught like 40 bluegill. And Gregory caught 2 crappie. Gregory did not hardly catch any. I don't even think Gregory caught any bluegill. I think he tried, but I don't think Gregory caught any bluegill. But I caught like 40 of them. So I got probably half of them on video. So there's some footage. See, that was a little light on that side. So cool it off a little bit. I talked too long and let it really cool down. But heat it back up, throw some color back on there. But needless to say, now I have bait keeper jigs with a wire bait keeper that we can use for plastics. I already made Gregory some. That's what he was. Yesterday, Gregory was like, I said, are you going to fish for bluegill? He's like, no. I was like, you just go fish for crappie the whole time? He's like, yeah. And then even when I started catching a bunch of bluegill and I finally got them figured out, which they ended up a little musca and actually a banana musca, and just a small piece of red wiggler, like not even half of it, a quarter of it. And they were just, they were doing okay off of a bobber, kind of to a point. But where I really started getting them was when I was drop shotting the thing. They started nailing it. But then after that, I took the weight off and then just started doing it right, just jigging off the dock. Of course, you know, with that small of a jig, because I think those were 1/64 or 1/40th or 8th or something like that, whatever they are. They was, once I did that, they was tearing it up. Now, I don't know how much of that I got on camera because the battery died, and I was having too much fun, so I didn't go back up to the truck and get a new battery. Which reminds me, I probably should go charge batteries. But I think once a week or so, maybe twice a week, when I'm in the shop, just doing my thing in the shop, I think we'll just go live and see how that does. Y'all, I know it's kind of boring and stuff, but give us somebody to talk to. At least I'm happy to have somebody sit here and not just, you know, be by myself doing my thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 5 more. I got to do 20 of each color. Biggest key is keep your powder to, see like that, you can see the lead through there, so that wasn't hot enough. Just cool it off a little bit and dip it again. There you go. I think I need to stir that. That's got a clot right there. Come on, melt, dude. Keep the temperature controlled, and you can get that clot. Because if you would have left that big old chunk on the side, that would drip down when I put these in the oven. And these ones I've been double heating just to gloss them over good to make sure I got enough, because these are for, see, like that didn't grab enough, so you can see the lead through it. There you go. See the lead through there right there on the end. But these are for a friend, so I want to make sure that they're really good. They're not for myself. When I do them for myself or Gregory, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's good, man. Now I lost count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Set them aside. Have to keep track. So I have to keep. So is that heat gun annoying? My biggest problem is I get these little pinhole, like fish eyes, like when you're painting a car or something. Get these little fish eyes in there. I just seen one. And you gotta get that plastic hot enough, because this is just plastic, for it to flow and fill itself in. Did you go fishing today, Rex? Or yesterday? Okay. Well, that's for that. That would be orange. Orange. Is it orange or orange? 2 syllables or 1? These bigger heads don't fit through them wires very well when you start filling in the middle of the field on that rack. And this mold still got plenty of texture to it too. It's not like the best mold, but it is a do-it mold, so just did not get that in the back end of it very well. Biggest reason why I'm double heating these is because I'm going to have several different sizes on the tray. And I want the paint to be more, or the plastic to be more set so it doesn't flow too much. Everybody's got your own way of doing their jigs. So I know guys that use float containers and stuff like that, which are bubblers, whatever you call them. They have air flowing to it. I'm just not a fan of it. Puts too much powder on it. I like my way, just keep rotating the thing, get loose powder. It sets right down in there just fine, especially if you do a little wiggle oil. See, that one didn't get enough on it. I'll cool it back off. You can tell when you start to heat them up if they get enough on there or not. Just go back and grab you a little bit more plastic. Now remember, you're not getting your lead hot. It's your paint that you're getting hot. And when you put them in the oven, it'll bake off. It'll get hot again. But I've had jigs before where I made such small jigs. I set this when I first started doing this. I set them over the flame too hot and actually had a couple start to melt, shine out. But everybody thinks that all jig tying is just about, tying up jigs, but you got to pour the lead, you got to color the heads. You don't keep it in there too long, you'll burn that paint. Plastic, what do you want to call it? Yeah, make sure you guys, everybody that's in here, make sure you guys go give them a hook set if you don't have them already. Might go check and see. I mean, I thought I had All Things Country there for a while, and then here not too long ago, I looked and I didn't. So I had to go read back and get you. I've had to resubscribe to Jody twice. But I think everybody else in here, I'm pretty much I don't know what the deal is. Maybe if you don't watch them every so many episodes, they want to kick you off of there or something. I don't always get to watch Jody. Being how you do your thing at night. I'm in bed by 8. 9:30 at the latest. Usually falling asleep about 7. It's like last night I went to bed at 8. I didn't wake up this morning until, oh shoot, I think it was probably like 3:15 when I woke up this morning. Get off of there. Hook to the other jig and my finger. that one side on it. So, you know, you spend all this time out here powdering all these jigs just to go bash it against rocks. Oh, it's such a pretty jig! Till it misses all its paint. That's the fun of it, though. Getting as close as you can, get that fish to bite. Four more. This is probably the most boring video, live, or whatever you want to call it, that I've ever done. Oh. Oop. It gets too hot. Push that. I had a big chunk of plastic on it. You gotta watch that. I need to tumble my jar again. Every once in a while it'll get pressed down enough. You just stick that on there, because I'm tapping and banging, so it'll pack that powder down. So just loosen it back up. Like I said, I only had 3 more anyway, but yeah, if y'all didn't see me doing a backflip out of my wheelchair in my video a couple weeks ago, go check that out. And if you don't want to go check out my video, go check out Pond Hoppers, because he posted it on his today. Yeah, don't pick your boogers and pop wheelies in a wheelchair. I was trying to do the one booger pick technique and did the backwards flip and bang your back technique. I suffered all the way. My back still kind of hurts. Hey, look, a different color. Oh, come on, you little pinhole. You gotta be really careful with sour truce, because you literally can make a wave in the side of the plastic. Sour truce burns so easy. And it's almost easier just to heat the head up a little bit more with these ones, just to get them to hold the right amount. See, the black kind of hides some stuff. If you mess up the head or you get different, whatever, markings, the black will kind of hide stuff. The orange, you'll see a little bit of it, but when it comes to the sour truce, white, yellows, that stuff really shows up. I did not get enough on the back of that one for sure. Let's see if we can do it back there. You'll learn a bunch of little techniques that'll help you get through this. Go pour and color 1,000 jigs, and you'll be a master of it by the time you're done with that. You'll have it all figured out. I'm gonna tell you, it took me a little bit to get it figured out, but once you get your own technique down, and it's usually not that difficult of a process. Every once in a while you see me snap my arm. That's to get, there might have been a little pinhole there, and if you do that, you can get the plastic sometimes to move enough if it's hot enough, that it'll, do its thing. That pin on that one is a little crooked. A couple of these, the pins, the bait keeper pins didn't get in the right spot. It was like, I don't know what the deal was. And now I can tell you what the deal was. It was the bend in that wasn't set in the mold properly, because it only took me 200 of them to figure it out. But needless to say, to do 300 jigs will take you all day long. Because all we've done in the last hour and 8 minutes is powdered up half of them, because I'm literally almost to a half, a few more and I'll be at a half. Powdered up half of them and cleaned them all. The pouring was done yesterday. It took me over an hour to pour them all. And now that pot's heated up to its where I like it. But I still have to finish coloring these before I can pour those. But make sure y'all go check out the videos, the edited videos that Double Hook Angling has out, and then Pond Hopper TV has out. Rex does our editing for us, and he's also brought back Pond Hopper. So you might see some of the same stuff on both channels, but we try to keep keep it separate for the most part. As far as our fishing trips, you might see the same fishing trip, but you might see different angles of the same fish caught on two different channels. But that's fine, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff he shows on his channel that isn't on my channel, and there's a lot of vice versa. But he's the one that I leave I just go out and film. He's the creative, behind the scenes, narrator, editor, puts in all the little stuff. I'm grateful that he's become such a good friend, and it ain't just because he's helping me out. It's just because I like Rex. I like Mike. I mean, you can't ask for two better guys to go fishing with. They're willing to go fishing in the cold and stuff. Probably more so than me. But with them wanting to go fishing, it also encourages me to want to go fishing. I have to fight Gregory some mornings because it's, early, and he stays up late watching y'all. Man, I wish I could get that one hole to close up. There. Let's get rid of the plastic so get in there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So got 9 of these to go. And then the pink and white. And like I said, I know it's boring watching me do this, but hopefully y'all learn something, or at the least, we got to hang out. I mean, you want me to stop doing this and start doing something else? I'm sorry. I'll start pouring jigs in a minute, as soon as I'm done with these. But hopefully y'all have a little bit more of an understanding that doing jigs takes a long time. See, that's such a mess up. And then you can take, and if you get a little messed up spot that's got a line, like this has a little line on it. So I just filled that little drop line up. Then have a little line in it. We cook that. Get it flowing. Okay, fixed. Have a spot where I didn't get no powder. It's like body work. It's all in the preparation. You stick them in the oven and they got free bars like that on them, then it causes problems. But I'm sorry that I'm not just flying through them. I'm meticulous about my stuff. I just keep not getting enough on the back of it. I did, but it's a cold spot, so heat it up like that, get that cold spot. There we go. That was it. A little bit of a cold spot. Fixed it. Got it! That dude online. Hey, that's all that color. Make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, wait a minute. I got off the truck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 4 more. I need 4 more of that color, baby. 4 more. 4 more! I had that on there. Bad thing is when you tumble this one, it lets the leak out all goodness. What the heck is up with that head? That head had a hole in it. Yeah, so tomorrow my son Tim is going to Wyoming. I'm going to drive up there tomorrow right after lunch. Or, you know, we're going to do a Christmas dinner tomorrow. He's probably just going to show up early, grab some stuff, say Merry Christmas, love y'all, see you later, bye, and take off. But he's going to go hunt mountain lions in Wyoming. Cougar. We've had a problem up there lately with a cat, well, with cats in that area. So he's got a tag that expires on the 31st of this year, and it was like $400 for that tag. So, whoops, I just noticed that's got a little slag on the head. But yeah, he's gonna go do his thing and take care of something that's just eating livestock up there. Well, I'll put that on there a little thick. See, it's starting to get a cone head already. That one's probably gonna have to not go in the oven. Sometimes that happens. You get too much powder. You put that in the oven, it will definitely become a cone head. I'll put it in the oven, but I guarantee it's going to become a cone head. I'll do one extra color. Is that, does the chat still working? Is my chat still working? Did it freeze up, or what's the deal? Hello, anybody there? Somebody say something! Chat hasn't moved for a while. I think chat's frozen. Well, I guess maybe the chat's frozen. I don't know what's the deal with this. Green screen. Oh, nope. I don't want green screen. Here, you want to see a fish from the other day? Look at that fish. No green screen. Done. Whoops. Ah, I messed it up. I kicked myself out. Now I'm back. What happened? I lost chat now. I don't know, touch screen, Dave. You messed it all up. Counter's still going. But yeah, like I was saying, man, I like going fishing, and sometimes it's just boring to go fishing by yourself. So I'm glad that, you know, we got Rex as a friend. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16, 18, 19. So I'm glad we got Rex as a friend, because he kind of forces my hand sometimes and makes me want to go fishing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16, 18, 20. Yeah. So now we can do pink. That pink's kind of down in there. I might have to get some more out. Yeah, I just didn't put enough on there. Bam! There you go. Now it's got some flow to it. And this, you get it going good enough, it'll turn purple for a minute, and then it'll cool off and turn back to pink. Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, are you bored yet? This is how I felt. I was like, man, this is just... Thought about turning on the radio, and then I was like, oh, well, I can just go live, let everybody see the process. I feel like it's not working, though, because chat's not there. I don't know what I did. What's it? Oh, that's the... What's that? Retouch on. Retouch off. I don't know what that is. I guess good time to play around. See what things are. What's this? Highlight saved. Oh, no, I didn't want to save a highlight. Chat is working. I see. Okay. Well, I don't see it over here on my end. I did something to mess up chat, so I can't see it on my screen. I might have to just go get my other phone real quick. Matter of fact, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna leave that running though, so it don't cool off. I hadn't used my phone a couple of days. It was dead. Well, it's not dead. It's charged. It was just turned off. Okay, I gotta let that cool off because it's got a spot that I missed. Yeah, I think I'll just have to get some more power out. Okay, well, see, chat ain't working on my end because I see Sampy, NJ, Catfish, and Crappie. So Mark, Mike Sampy, MBPA Fishing, or yeah, MPP Fishing. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, check the latest episode of Double Hook Angling out. That's right. Yeah, so I don't have, my chat's not working up here, but I got it here, so now I can see. But also, let's say, this is my other channel. There you go. There's my other channel. That's the channel where we work on cars and stuff. But I haven't posted up much of it lately, but that was me saying, hi, it's me, Dave. That's where you get to see me working on that thing. The Rambler. Here. We'll get a different view. So that's the channel. Lemon Fab is the channel that you'll see me working on this. And then get a Jeep and some other stuff. You see where you can stick this up here, maybe further away. Okay, so it will set a little bit. Only if we put a box up there. Maybe you won't hear so much of the noise now. Probably still hear all the noise. Yeah, and I'm still messing with it. I haven't messed with it for a couple weeks, but I need to go ahead and finish editing that video on that channel and get it out. It's just me welding up my son's truck bumper, or his 4Runner bumper, and then I got one of me doing another Jeep. I have been recording for that channel, just not a whole lot. Sounds like Naomi's in there watching a movie. I can hear my house stereo. You know, when people drive by and you hear all that boom, 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 boom. Well, the people drive by my house and they hear my house going boom, boom, boom. It's what happens when you have a deaf wife that supposed to wear hearing aids, but is like, no, the stereo's loud enough. I can hear it. And we're all going, what'd you say? What? But, y'all, you guys, Mark, you know the woes of making jigs. It just takes forever. But these are my new ones. Now that I know there's other people. So my new jigs, they got that wire bait keeper. These are for plastics, of course. I don't like you doing them. Mark the ice fishing. Come on out. Yeah, and I don't know about the whole. You guys keep talking about, hey, go ice fishing. I don't know. Just the whole thing is I only got a couple inches of surface. You know, all my weight sits on just a few inches on my wheels. Now I can take my feet off and put them on the ground and move my feet around, you know, things like that. Push me back a little bit and stuff, but man, I can't. I'm scared to get on that ice. I think the biggest thing about the ice that scares me is if my wheelchair falls in, how am I getting it back? Kind of my concern on a boat too. I thought about tethering off my wheelchair if we were in something sketchy, but being on the pontoon boat, good thing about it is only one side's going to sink at a time. So, you know, I mean, you got to, granted, it may sink the boat, but on the one side, but you'll still be like, and we're getting there. That thing, I'm telling you what, I bought, you know, the typical boat, you know, needs a bunch of work. And I've been working on it, and I've been working on it, and I've been working on it, and I just can't never seem to get it done. But last couple weeks there again, I haven't worked on it just because I've been, you know, doing other things and cold and trying to get prepared for winter, trying to get my mother some firewood, which means she told me yesterday again that I'll probably have to go cut firewood tomorrow for her. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 4 more of those. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine you losing, swimming to shore and crawling up on bank and everybody looking at you funny like anybody got life scope? Go out there and find my wheelchair for me. Get a hook. I mean, it only weighs 25 pounds. Most people could reel that up with a good heavy rod. Yeah, I've been pouring for 2 days. Most of yesterday, and then of course yesterday afternoon I went fishing for a couple hours, but then pouring today. I got the pot up, but I haven't poured yet today, but I've been coloring all day, cleaning heads. I mean, I got out here kind of late this morning. Yeah, throw that one on the ground, Dave. You didn't want it anyways. Yeah, just quite didn't get enough on that one, but I made it flow out. It'll work. Gotta do one more. I don't think I got enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I do just got enough. I have 3 extras, so don't screw it up, Dave. Yeah, that other channel, I neglect it pretty bad, but I was getting back into it until I had the heart attack. I mean, the video that I did right before the heart attack, it got 1,000 views or something like that. going at the cat cons what caused it all. I got too excited while I was out there. No, it was my eating habits and my lifestyle, just not caring what I ate and stuff. And then I started to care what I ate again. Then I started eating too much meat, and that was their their problem. But now I'm good. I just got to stay on my track that I am on now and not do nothing. I still don't eat no sugar, no pork fat. I mean, I eat pork chops, but I clean them up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Well, I did too many of them. I did too many. I'll throw those in there. Now, the hard ones. White. I hate white. White. I hate white. Did I say I hated white? I hate white. For one thing, get you a big old something or other that'll reach the bottom. And just stir and stir and stir. Make sure you get all the clumps out of it. This and these, for some reason, this stuff is like chalk. It wants to stick together. But I do that and I get all them chunks busted up. Can you see that I'm enthused to do white? You just got to take your time with it. And don't get it too dang hot. It will, you want to talk about waves in it. This stuff will turn to, it get, just the air blowing on it from the heat gun will make that stuff wave out and fill up. Heat it off. Heat it in a little. Too tight, baby. Too tight. Make sure you keep your jigs separated. If you put them in the oven and they get a little shaky to them, sometimes your pan will pop in the oven if you do like what I do and use a cookie sheet. It might, oops. See, I got a choke on it right there. And sometimes that cookie sheet will pop and you will get, they will bounce. Come on, work it out, work it out. Get that clump out of there. That's going to be a cone head when I stick it in the oven. I already know it is. That looks awful. These ones are bad about wanting to clump, man. I hate them. Touch it gently, Dave. Gently. That thing looks like a rice. I mean, that is not. I don't like it. Clumpy stuff. I don't know. I'm going to try to. I think I'm going to go back and get a different powder. Something's up. I mean, the way they processed it or something. I don't know. Maybe this is one I need to stick in the bubbler. Not get my jig head so hot, maybe. Do y'all have troubles powdering stuff? Because that one didn't see. Brennan! Yeah, I need to get back into eating healthy too. The thing man, I'll tell you what, Mark, I see you go out to eat with your missus at times, and man, some of the meals you eat, I'm like, dude, that looks good. Especially some of them, the places you go eat. I mean, I think it's awesome, but I just couldn't do it. Special occasion and stuff, we like to go out to eat, but I don't know, I guess I'm too backwoodsy or something. I don't know how to explain it. Too cheap. Me and Naomi's idea of a good time is going to Taco Grande, little Mexican joint that we have, fast food Mexican that we have. That's our idea. She gets a taco burger and I get a couple tacos, and we think we're doing great. I don't even know if they would let me in one of them places because I'd wear a t-shirt. Yeah, and that's the thing is you live in a big city. My town has 3,000 people. Now you can go to Wichita, but all I'm saying is in Wichita you go to those places and you got hair like mine, or you go in with a t-shirt, they're like, nope, you can't come in here. Then they want to rent you a jacket for $50. I took Naomi to this place one time for our 20th wedding anniversary. So 10 years ago, almost 11 years ago, because we've been married 30 years. But took her out to a fancy place, just me and her, to eat dinner and to get the drinks that we got and what have you. It was like $240 for two people. I knew that going in that it was going to cost us some money, but man, it was. I just was like, I knew that it was going to be like that, but I was still shocked, if you know what I mean. I'm doctoring my jig here. I need a little bit of powder on the back side of it. No, heat up a little bit. Start feeling. There you go. Oh, there's a dog outside still. It's kind of nice out. I think it's in the 50s out. I just wear a nice shirt and jeans when I go to dinner. We don't even go to super fancy places. Well, the food looks super fancy is what I'm getting at. But I think anything with the, whiskey or brandy or bourbon or whatever you drink, I can't remember what you had with them. I think that is what makes the food look fancy when you get drinks like that with it. But, I don't know, the food just looks fancy. Like I said, I eat at Taco Grande, which is like a mom and pop joint. And I think that's fancy. Put it this way. If I can't go in there with a cut-off shirt, whiskey, yeah. My son likes bourbon. Yeah, that's it. Bourbon. Not Gregory, Timothy. See, there's another one that I missed. Right there by the eye. So you get a little scoop of powder and use the eye hole to knock it powder in place. That one's probably, this one just looks awful. I don't know why. It's so lumpy. See, that stuff's already all clotted back up. It just, that jig looks, look at that thing. It's all clumpy. In the oven, that's going to become a super. I got to be careful because the whites. I mean, the whites just. I hate white. Yeah, see, it's all chalked up again. I need to get me a little. They got little KitchenAid frosting whisk. You know, little bitty whisk. Give me a little whisk and start stirring that stuff up with a whisk. I never eat fast food. I always eat home except for one time a week we go out. Yeah, that'd be. I still got Matt and Greg at home. I can't go out. They want to go out instead. See, that did it again. Man. It just. So lumpy. I know that's going to do what that's going to do in the oven. I'm going to have to, man, another one that is going to end up in my stuff, and I don't use quarter-ounce heads. Okay, less heat, Dave. Less heat, Dave. Less heat. More heat than that. That looks better. Is going to be enough to flow, though? No. Right, I got 1/64th mold for my birthday last week. Poured myself about 100 of them in about an hour and a half. Not too bad, nope, not too bad. I pour them pretty quick. It's the cleaning and the coloring that I take my sweet time with. See, now that one I didn't get enough on it. It's either not enough or it's too much. There, that smoothed out finally. Alright, that one's good. So, I got 10 of them poured and 2 are goofballs. And you wonder why it cost you $60 to buy a 100 count thing of, because that's about what it is, about $60 to buy a 100 count of these. If you go look on eBay or look at, it's like, they're expensive. It's 10 for $6. Even at Cabela's and Bass Pro and them other places. See, that didn't get enough on it on the back side. I don't want to stick that much more on it. Now, on these ones here, I do get paint on the eyes because it's so, the eyelet is so close to the jig. So I just make sure that I don't clog it up because you don't want to clog it up. I don't know why I'm going through so much effort to make sure that these got, because you're just going to stick them in the oven and the oven's going to do what they're going to do. So 10 for $6 is a deal when I seen walleye jigs for. Oh, really? Tell me I need to go up, Mark? Well, I seen some that were like $70 for 100 count, yeah. But the cheaper ones I saw were like 55, 60. Thing is I mean, for these quarters, I'll charge 60 for 100, but so basically 60 cents a piece. So it's worth the time to go through and clean your heads and never sell your work cheap. Well, you know what, Mark? I'm going to tell you right now, I do that all the time, brother. I undercut myself so much. It's like this stupid Jeep project that I just had. The first Jeep, I really undercutted myself on the work on it. And then this last Jeep, I should have charged him another $500 probably, if not $6. I did not get enough money out of it, but you know, it's a friend of my son's, so kind of that whole, you know, him going, hey Dad, can you do this? And then I did it. And then I told the guy, I was like, I just don't know what to charge you because you're my son's friend. If I charged my son money, this is what I would charge my son. And so I charged him just, you know, I charged him about the same, like almost identical. And then the guy was like, oh, you did a great job. Yeah, you know, that's awesome. Then he gets it home the next day, you know, takes and gets the Jeep home. They trailered it home, you know, because he'd come up here with another vehicle with his big truck. So they just trailered it home. Come on, flow out. There we go. They trailered it home, and then the next morning they went to offload it. And when they offloaded it, he realized I did both sides of the frame. So he was more than stoked to get the one side. He was more than stoked to get the one side done for the price that I charged him, and then he realized both sides were done. Then he started telling Tim, you know, that he kind of thought, you know, maybe he took advantage, and Tim's like, nope, that's what Dad told you. That's what Dad told you. And I told him, I was like, yeah. I was like, just remember this, if I ever need to be towed with a big trailer, if I ever need a big trailer, just remember that I did work for you for really cheap. So you can return the favor later. I could do 60 without keeper pretty quick, but the keeper double. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It took me, I did 200 with the keeper the other day, and it took me 2.5 hours to do the 200. And doing them one at a time, that's the deal, is you're having to open and close that or the mold so much and do them one at a time like that. It takes time. Because I didn't buy a production mold. That one was perfect. I didn't buy a production mold. I bought one that had, see, all the different sizes in it. So the smaller sizes anyways. But yeah, I would like to get a production mold, but this way it's my time, and if it takes more time, it takes more time. You have the exact same mold. So you know how long it takes? Also, Mark, I learned that if you put the bait keeper in first and then set the hook in, it makes it easier. You have 1/16. Yeah, see, I've got like, here, just a minute, let me keep that one up. So I've got production mold. But then I got a mold there, I got 2 molds there, and I got all them molds down there. So I don't even know how many molds I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 12. Yeah, there's 12 there, 13, 14. I got molds laying everywhere. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I got 20 molds. So I can do just about most of them. I like having more molds. But also what I do is when somebody says, hey, can you make me these? Hold on, let me look at that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. What's that I do? I messed up a couple of those whites. I got to do a couple more. I'll just do the rest of them in white. So, but when somebody's like, hey, can you make this for me? I'm like, well, I don't have a mold. But if you get 100 of them, I will do it. And then usually selling them that 100, I make my money back on the mold. Or if I sell them 200, then I make my money back on the mold, the lead, and all the hooks. I never use jigs very often, but this year I'm going to try it more, starting with ice fishing right on. See, that one turned out perfect. Let's see, by the time I get it figured out, I'll be done coloring them all. When I do them for myself, I usually color 100 the same color at a time, but sometimes I just do 20 at a time like I'm doing now. Mark, do you ever have a problem when you, I don't know how you take your head, separate your heads from the tip piece, the slag. So, like when you bust off your mold slag, I don't know if you just wiggle it or what you do or cut it off or whatever. I've just been wiggling mine off, but sometimes when you do it, it leaves a lot of booger on the end, or it might even indent into the bait a little bit. But also I have cutters where I've tried cutting it. So I'll show you my modified cutters here in a second. I want to get these few, only got 4 more left, and I want to get them colored up so I can turn this stupid noisy thing off. Norman! I didn't get up on the top of that. Miss Dolly! Did that time. One more! Actually, 2 more. There's one left hidden. Do it again. Not enough powder on the back side. There's still a snot. Come on, flow out. Flow out. Oh, instead of roll out. Hold on, Ellie. I hear Ellie's still outside. Okay, that one finally flowed out. Alright, so now we're... Oh, one more. And then we can turn off the noise maker. Don't feel bad for me leaving that Brittany outside either. That dog goes out into the cold and runs for 4 hours in the chasing birds, so I don't feel a bit bashful about leaving her outside for a minute. That dog's just a little over a year old, and the best bird dog that my son is. My son wanted a bird dog that he could. That's turned out to be the best bird dog that I've seen for a while. My son really he gets a kick out of her. She'll go out and he'll limit out in his pheasant in an hour usually if the field's good. So here's all what we did today. It's actually probably easier to just take the phone and show you. Okay, so see all them? There's 100 right there, so 100 quarter ounces. Let me have you just stare at me for a minute. I'll go get the dog. What are you doing, Ellie? You want to go inside? Somebody needs to clean that wood off the patio out there for sure. Orientation. There you go. Orientation. It said, hey, dude, you're doing it wrong. What are you doing, Ellie? You want to go in the house? I didn't shut the greenhouse door neither. Now I got to make 100 of them in 1/16. So what I was saying is, I probably should go shut that greenhouse door, but it's nice out. Okay, so when you do the 1/16 and you go to, I like grab the slag with pliers and then I bend it like that. But with the bait keeper in there, if you do that, it seems to want to make that bait keeper loose. Are you going to bake those? Yeah, I'll bake them, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to pour up these others. When I bake them, I like to keep my eye on them and watch them. And if I start pouring the others, I'll forget about what I'm doing. So they can just sit there on the tray for a while. I don't have to bake them, right away. I can bake them later. But what I want to do before I'm going to actually get off of here because it's almost lunchtime. But when you take the bait keeper, this is what I'm going to try to show. So what I do is I'll put the bait keeper in there, and then I align it, and then I get the hook out. So I'm going to do a 1/8 or 1/16. So I'm doing this one-handed too. It's not easy. So what this size is those? I want 4s. Those are 2s. Those are not even 570s. I know I had some 570s in 4. At least I could have. Oh, I did it right here. So these are some 570s, size 4, and what I just dump them out. Get these ones out of the way here. Pretty much dump them out like that. Then I go like this and just turn it a few times and get some hooks out. So get some hooks out like this. And then over here, as you can see, I got some pins. So sometimes it gets a little dusty. But I literally grab a pin, then I grab a hook, and I just slide it off and grab it. And now, like I said, we already had the pin in there, but then you set the hook in there, and then you shut it, and you pour. But before I do that, I'm going to take that back out because I want to pour some lead in this mold to get a little warmth in it since I'm doing this small. It seems to do better if you have some heat in them. I want to get to where y'all can see me do this maybe. Okay. So open up my lead pot to where I just have a little bit of gap. I'm using the bigger one. I probably should have used the small one today, but I'm using the bigger one. So I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to fill up 4 of those chambers. I'm just going to pour some lead in there and let it set for a second. Then you get everything ready. And for me, I got to get in the proper location so I can reach without leaning over too much. A couple more inches. Trying to get this to where y'all can. There you go. You can see that now. I do the same. Okay, I need to head out. Wife needs something. Well, you have a blessed day, Mark. I appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate all y'all for being here. Okay. Now, all that did was bring that up to like 70. So I'll pour some more in there. Then I'm going to just take those and put them right back up in the pot. Get in there. Take these ones out. Stick them back up in there. Now, this stuff's hot, so be careful. Don't be just grabbing it with your hand. And do it one more time, and then that should have enough heat in it. But unless you got fingers that are tough and, you know, like leather, and you can't find your fingerprints, don't do that. It's hot. Catfish Terry, howdy, howdy. Merry Christmas to you and to everyone. So tomorrow's Christmas. We're going to go eat lunch. Let's say later to my son because he's going to go cougar hunting. And I'm not talking about old women. I'm talking about cats. Calf eaters. It's a bad problem up there where they're at. Hey, there's one. So you get a rhythm going, and you got to find your. I got to remember which one I'm doing here. So you just got to do this 100 times if you want 100 jigs. You want more than that? You got to do it more than that. Let the lead settle. Pop it out, grab another pin. And you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. My shoulder's been hurting me, my upper AC, so it does good to reach over. It does good to extend my arm out. This is like therapy. So, just pour and drop. Pin it. There's a pin. There's the hook. There's the close. And there's the pour. Just have to do this 100 times. Like I said. but it goes by pretty quick. Once you start figuring out where them, you ain't got to be perfect about getting that pin in there. That pin will settle in there on its own if you get it in the right position. Every once in a while you'll get one that's overbent and it won't fit in there right. Like that one just jumped out. Said, I ain't gonna become a jig. No way, dude. And I said, come here, I want to try you again. The smaller ones are the harder ones too. The bigger ones are easy. You can see it. But yeah, I'll be done with these here after a little while after lunch. I'm probably not gonna pour all these. I'll probably just pour it. So I get tired of bending over and looking. I need to raise these pots up about 6 inches. Knock that all out of there. But this is my day today probably. Because Gregory said that he would like some more of these. So I'll probably give Gregory the 10 that are already in the pack. He also said that he wanted some of the 1/32, which I don't have don't have any number 6 hooks that small, or number 6 570s, so no hooks that small. But I do have some sickle hooks, so I don't know how these will run with sickle hooks though. I don't know. Yeah, come on. Lay down in there, dang it. The sickle hooks have a shorter shank, so they may not sit in them. Man, that pin is being stubborn. Had it laid in there twice. Sometimes when you do this, things get magnetic too. So like liquid metal, if you don't know, has got a positive and negative too. And sometimes it just, yeah, I don't even know where that pin went. When my wife's going to find it in her bare foot, or the dog will. Now I'll sweep up here after a while. And of course, I never found them 2 pins last time. Did anybody ever let the? Oh yeah, we let the dog. I let the dog in. I was like, wait a minute. Did anybody ever let the dog in? I did. I'm getting senile. All right, well, this is going to be my life the rest of the day, and I think now I got to go pee. So I'll probably just end it. How long we been at? 2 hours and 15 minutes, 16 minutes. We'll go a little bit longer. So now I have these. Oh, wrong phone. Now I have these, and now I gotta break that head off of there. Not cool enough yet? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to. I don't know how to do these without bending that bait keeper, except for maybe just pushing on the head a little bit more. Doing backwards. See, that didn't move that bait keeper. So that's all it took. Then it's going to take some filing. I think this somehow something is messed up where I don't probably just didn't have it hot enough the other day for that lead. Each pot's different. 4 on this pot's like 5 on this pot as far as temperature. One of these days I'm going to get me one of them little laser read tip guns. That'd be nice so I know how. Hey, Richard the Lion. Retired Rick, good morning, good morning. Merry Christmas to you. Now on the bottom of my pot, I get a little drip, and that's why you see me pushing it. It's because I'm pushing the drip off. So there's like a little pile of drips. Yes, Merry Christmas to you, Richard. You too, Rick. Everybody else that's in here. All right, I hear Naomi coming. I heard her say, get in here to somebody. Probably lunchtime, getting to be. I'm having a salad, and then I smoked the pork loin the other day. Then I'll take that pork loin and I'll slice it real thin, and then put that on my salad. Little buttermilk ranch, and I mean a little bit. Not even but about a tablespoon or a teaspoon, just to put some flavor on there. But I'm getting thinner. That's the biggest thing, is losing weight and getting healthy. My problem is lately I've been thinking on this whole, I had a moment when I had my heart attack and was in there, and I heard a voice say I wasn't ready for you yet, or wasn't ready for him yet. I played it over my head so many times now. Was it real? Did it happen? Was it, the medicines they was giving me? Should say the dope they were giving me, or what? But since then, I've been thinking a lot more about, just my faith and everything. And I mean, I've always believed, but my faith is more stronger now than it ever has been, in my opinion. But I got to realize that a lot of people, when they look at sins, they just, the big ones are the bad ones, of course. But in God's eyes, a sin is a sin is a sin, no matter what the sin. So, I mean, I'm a little different than most. I mean, my brain works differently, I should say. But I don't know. If you don't got... The problem is gluttony is a sin. And gluttony just means, being gluttonous, eating too much, indulging in too many things. That's gluttony, and it's a sin. Now, I'm not saying that big people are being sinful, but it's gluttony. Overeating is gluttony. So therefore, it's a sin. And now that I see it that way, it makes me think differently about what to eat. Also, I just don't want to die, man. I did once. That's enough. So, a man should only die once in life. And he should feel very blessed if he gets to die twice. So, I'm more grateful now and more blessed than I've ever been in my life as far as I'm concerned. You know exactly what you're doing. I need to be doing exactly what you're doing. I have everything except for the incentive to get into the garage and do it. May God bless you and your family. Well, thank you, Richard Lyon, and let me be. I don't know if you've been in here before or not, but let me give you some inspiration. Most people are like, I don't do that, I don't want to do that, or, you know, but take it from my position. Get out and do something. I'm just saying, get out and do something, brother. Don't sit stagnant. That's what caused me to have the heart attack, was sitting stagnant. I'm not saying that, you know, you can't be lazy, you do what you want. But let me tell you, don't be stagnant. You're just going to die. Your health is going to go downhill. You need to move. The older we get, you know, they say, but I don't remember whose show this was on, but they say that you're not supposed to shovel snow if you're over 45. Which means cold weather will kill you. Stress will kill you. Overexertion will kill you. So, you're going to die doing something, you might as well do something. But I'm not trying to preach to you neither. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to use the wheelchair as an excuse to say that I'm better or worse in any way. I'm just trying to say life gives us crap. And you got to get motivated, brother. I will go fishing and I will climb down a hill and I will do a wheelie, picking my nose one-handed and flip over backwards, and I'll get back up and I'll crawl in my chair and I'll continue fishing the rest of the day and complain about my back while I'm doing so. Joshua, how are you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. Hope you and your family, your sister, are having a good Christmas. Well, I mean, Christmas is tomorrow, but you know what I mean. Hope you're doing well. That hook has got, oh man, that thing is bent. Just got to keep plugging away, plugging away, plugging away. Well, Joshua, since you just got in here, we've done that today. We will get them in the oven after a little bit, but we got a pile of them over here too as well. And then we're working on another pile of them. So I think we'll be up here for a little bit longer. I gotta pee. I really do gotta. I'm not trying to be rude, y'all, but I may have to leave here real quick. Try not to think about it and get these jigs poured, Dave. Also got a freaking one of my crowns that I had fixed. Is interfering with one of my teeth up top. And the other day I've been into an olive that had a freaking pit in it. And didn't realize it until I was halfway chomped into it and went, holy cow, that hurt. What did I do? Break another tooth? And because I got a toothless right there. Got my bicuspid pulled out. Well, now the tooth right behind it hurts. I go in and they tell me it's split and got to be pulled out. I'm going to be mad and I'm going to blame it on him. I'm going to be like, hey, you're the one that built that crown up too high. You even went back in after you put it in there and ground it off some. You told me I wasn't going to like missing that tooth. Well, I'm telling you right now, I don't like missing that tooth. I know some of you out there got more teeth missing. I've already heard it. But I don't like them gone. They're part of me. I want it back. It was broken half down to where one half the root was on one part of the tooth and the other half the root was on the other part of the tooth. The tooth had already died. I had it in my mouth for 7 weeks, I think is what it was, before they finally took it out. It was just causing problems, kept making me have, like, it fester up and then it'd go away, then it'd fester up and then it'd go away. But also, I was running the warm salt water, and you get water and you heat it up and put salt in it, and you gurgle that every day instead of using mouthwash, because mouthwash will just kill you. But if you do that and use the salt, it kills the bacteria just the same, but you got to get it highly salted. But also, salt's not going to kill you if you wash your mouth out with it. But I do that to keep the germs down around your teeth and all that. But I've done that for years. Just because if I brush my teeth, that's the way I brush my teeth. And I know that sounds bad if I brush my teeth. I wasn't raised to do it, so I have a hard time remembering to do it. And y'all know, there's some of you out there that don't brush your teeth. Not at all. Like some of you out there ain't got no teeth left. Because you never did brush your teeth. Now, I'm not saying brush your teeth, but... Also, I don't eat bread. I don't eat potatoes. I don't eat starchy stuff. I don't eat sugar. Haven't for years ate bread. I haven't drank soda pop in 14 years or something like that. I just don't like sugar. The only thing I like is chocolate. Now, that's got sugar in it, but I don't eat it neither. If I do eat chocolate, I eat dark cacao. And it don't taste good. And I do that every morning in my coffee anyways. I'll put a heaping teaspoon of cacao in my coffee, because that raises your stem cells and your HDH levels, your human growth hormone levels. There's been plenty of studies on it, and it works. And what I do is I wait until I'm almost done with my cup of coffee, where I just got an ounce or so left, and I'll go put that chocolate in there and stir it up, and I'll do a chocolate shot, or I shouldn't say chocolate, a cacao shot, and choke it down, and then fill my coffee cup up, and off I go. And most of the time, that's all I eat for breakfast. I was eating eggs every day there for a while, but I've stopped doing that. So, anyways, now Miss hollering, I hear her saying, Matt, get in there and eat, and Greg can get in there and eat. So, hey, it was a fantastic time having you guys in here with me for the last 2.5 hours, keeping me company while I do my thing and pour a pile of jigs. So, that's kind of what we got so far right here. Back up a little bit so y'all can see it. But we'll get the rest of these poured here. I'm gonna go leave this pot set for a minute, shut the mold, might keep some heat in it, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna maybe make me a salad real quick and eat some lunch. So remember, you guys, don't sit idle. Go do something. Get out, even if it's just go sit on the front porch, go walk around the block, go get a line wet. That's what you should do, just go fishing. And you can sit at the lake and hurt just as well as you can sit at home. So be blessed, everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Remember, it's about Christ. It's not about a gift that you get. It's about the gift that you got. So appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all be blessed. Y'all take care. And go tie something. Or in my case, I'm going to go eat something. Then I'm going to come back and pour something. Then I'm going to... Actually, you probably will tie something today. So y'all be blessed. Take care. Bye.